One Diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Bacchus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
As a local business,
good evening, everybody. Lance Bauman here on YourLiveEvent.com, bringing you live Road Crew Wrestling down here at the XL Center in St. Paul at the Minnesota State High School League Wrestling Championships. Your Road Crew made it down to the Consolation Finals here tonight. We should be wrestling right around 5 o'clock, about 15 minutes or so. Road Crew fell their first match to Becker, 24-42 here earlier today. Then they came from behind and took out Totino Grace, the Eagles, 38-31. Road Crew lost their first handful of matches. Then we got from 145 to 195. We got a bunch of falls and brought it right up to 32-31 going into the heavyweight match. In your heavyweight, Riley Peters picks up a fall in 2 minutes and 30 seconds over Owen Swedberg to seal the deal to get your Road Crew into the Consolation Finals here. Road Crew is going to be facing Dawson Lac La Prairie Montevideo here at 5 o'clock here in the Consolation Finals. They'll be on mat 7 tonight here. The United come in today with a record of 28-1. Line up for them at 106. They have 3 shown. 9th grader Ben Gonglison, 35-1 record. Gavin Mortensen, an 8th grader with a 2-3 record, and Eli Olson, a 14-9 record. At 120, they are going to show Bentley Botham, 8th grader with a 3-7 record. Tygan Long, a 10th grader with a 2-3 record, or Holland Shakar, a 9th grader with a 24-5 record. At 126, they show a couple there. Daniel Gonglison, a junior with a 32-4 record. David Torgeson, a 10th grader, 0-0 on the season, so he's a backup. At 132, Cameron Sather, a 9th grader with a 32-7 record. At 138, they show 2 senior 34-5 record, Xander Clausen, or Adrian Norman, a junior with a 6-21 record. At 145, they show Gabe Larry, a 9th grader with a 1-10 record. At 152 pounds, they show Ethan Moravitz, a senior with a 31-7 record. At 160, they show Noah Meyer, a 10th grader of 3-8. At 170, they show 3 wrestlers there. Holt Larson, a senior with 32-3 record. Mason Peterson, a junior with a 16-21 record. Or 9th grader Brian Rohde with a 1-4 record. At 195, they show Parker Botham, a junior with a 29 and 11 record. Zach DeBeer at 220, record of 25 and 7. Landon Olson, a 220 pounder, 10th grader at 9 and 3. And their heavyweight, Brady Rohde, record of 33 and 5 as a junior. United are coached by Hank Ireland. This is his first year as a head coach, starting off at a 28 and 1 record. He is assisted by Ryan Swenson, Luke Bothan, Kenny Sather, Mike Coyle, and Sam Harrickson. Their student managers are Caitlin Sather and Taya McKinney. Road crew, again, got into the Consolation finals, again falling to Becker and then topping Totino Grace to get here to the finals. Road crew starting off, we'll do a lineup for them also. Starting off at 106 will probably be Trevor Holmberg, 8th grader with a 24 and 14 record. Backup for him, Bryce Mick, 8th grader with 2 and 2 record. 113, state entrant Parker Zutter, 9th grader with a 41 and 0 record. We saw him lose his first match of the season here in the duels here. Easton Miller at 120, a senior, 38 and 2 record. Also 120 backup for him would be Dennis Ram, a 9th grader. At 126, Owen DeBill, wrestled a few times today again, 9th grader, 10 and 7. Or Sean Kilpatrick, a junior, 25 and 15 record at 132. Caleb Swenson also at 132, a senior, record of 10 and 17. Sean Reyes at 138, an 8th grader, 11 and 6 record. Grant Thompson, who wrestled a couple times today as a senior, is 9 and 12. Brady Rule at 145, a junior, a 27 and 13 record. At 152, they show a couple. Chance Abraham, a junior, a 34 and 2 record. Or James Cubbings, a junior, a 6 and 16 record. Earl Stockman at 160, a 10th grader with a 24 and 8 record. Andrew Volk at 160 also as a backup. Paxton Goddard at 170, a junior, 3 and 9. Trey Tutenhagen at 170, a senior, a 34 and 6 record. Wrestled a couple times today also. Cameron Holt, the backup at 182. Corbin Knapp at 195, a senior with a 37 and 3 record. Peyton Scott at 220, a junior with a 1911 record. Riley Peters, again, the heavyweight, 33 and 8. Picked up the match-winning fall there at the last match to get him there, to get the road crew here to the Consolation finals. They are coached by Travis Hoffarth, his 13th year coaching. His career record is 265 wins and 84 losses. He is assisted by Tom DeMars, Justin Frankie, Alex Diaz, Nick Gravdahl, and Logan Sonnet. Student managers are Rian Zutter, Madeline Knapp, Anaya Miller, Toy Coring. Right now, all the teams are starting to enter and load the mats here at the XL Center. We will bring in you live Road Crew Wrestling here in the Consolation Finals here in about 5 minutes. Make sure you stay tuned, everybody. Once the mats are loaded, they will shake hands, do the national anthem, and get ready to rock and roll here for Road Crew Wrestling here at the XL Center during the Minnesota State High School League Championships. We'll give you a quick break here. We'll be back with some more Road Crew Wrestling as the Road Crew take on Dawson, Montevideo, and a couple other towns all combined in there. Dawson, Lac La Prairie, Montevideo, and such. We'll be back here at the XL in a few more minutes.
Sewer and Excavating is proud to be serving the Aitkin community and a surrounding area. Services from Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating include gravel products, site development, demolition, and septic systems. Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating, owned and operated by Larry and Kelly Liljenquist. When you need gravel products, site development work, demolition, or septic systems, contact Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Bacchus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
As a local business, Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating is proud to be serving the Aitkin community and a surrounding area. Services from Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating include gravel products, site development, demolition, and septic systems. Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating, owned and operated by Larry and Kelly Liljenquist. When you need gravel products, site development work, demolition, or septic systems, contact Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers.
And welcome back, everybody. We are going to do the national anthem and then bring you some road crew wrestling here at the Excel Center. Standing now for the national anthem. everybody. The colors are just being retired from the mats here at the XL Center. Getting ready to rock and roll here with Road Crew Wrestling here down at mat 5 as they take on the United of Dawson. Again, they take on Dawson Boyd, Lac La Prairie, Montevideo, the United here in the Consolation Finals here. Your Road Crew should be kicking it off here with Trevor Holmberg. For the 106-pounder. And I believe he will be facing Ben Gunlogson. Something different this year at the XL Center is they did not put out any catalogs or brochures or anything. Everything you got to do online now, but my comrade Denny Hascap next to us printed off one of those good old flyers here and has everything in writing. I am streaming off my other laptop here, trying to get as much information off of that as I can. But again, Lance and Denny here at the XL Center, bringing you the Consolation Finals for your Pequot Lakes Pioneer River Backus Road Crew. Here live on yourliveevent.com, powered by RJ Broadcasting and your home for homegrown local radio. Denny, what's the Road Crew got to do to get ahead and get on top of these United of Dawson Boyd, Lac La Prairie, and Montevideo?
Well, it'd be nice to get started right away with a victory. Anything can happen, but this Gunlogson has the record of 35-1, so got some work cut out.
So far, Trevor's 0-2 on the day here. He lost a tech fall to Logan Refsnyder, and also a 15-6 major to Bennett Kua from Becker here earlier today. They shake hands. They go ahead and clear mats over there. Road Crew getting ready there again. Trevor Holmberg getting ready to rock and roll here for your Road Crew. Like Denny said, Gunlogson for the United is a 9th grader, the record of 35-1. He is out at the center of the mat right there. And to get ready to shake hands. And here we are, wrestling cracking off here at the Consolation Finals, 106 pounds between Holmberg and Gunlogson. Gunlogson coming over on the right-hand side, getting a rushing in on Holmberg. Holmberg backs out of it. And they face off. Mat check by Gunlogson, drops down to a low single. Coming up, body lock by Holmberg. Gets taken down. Gunlogson standing cradle on Holmberg. Holmberg fights it off right at the edge of the mat. Score right now is 2-0. Gunlogson. They go off the edge of the mat. Holmberg comes back, gets set. Minute 20 left here in the first period. Tries to do a stand-up. Now he's going to do a sit-out. Back to his base. Gunlogson keeping a lot of pressure in, riding on the right-hand side. Holmberg kind of just flattened out. Gunlogson working in on pressuring in and get an arm bar in on the right-hand side. Now he's got a double arm bar and walking over the head of Holmberg. Holmberg's exposed. Trying to bridge, but the shoulders are down flat on the mat. Holmberg fights it off, rolls through, and he does. He gets out, coming out the back door. Gunlogson scrambling around, facing it, still trying to stay in control. It's 5-0. Gunlogson. Reverse cradle by Gunlogson has Holmberg on his back again. He is trying to keep his shoulders up. He's got about 30 seconds left, and there ends up being a fall for Gunglickson in a minute 33-second fall. That puts the United up 6-0 over the Road Crew. Coming up at 113 pounds, state entrant Parker Zutter at 113 for the Road Crew. And he should be facing Bentley Botham.
I would think Olson.
Nope, it is. It's Eli Olson. Zutter gets a takedown right away. Leads 2-0. Lets Olson up for one. Off the mat to go. 1:35 left here in the first period. Zutter double underhook. Olson tries to go down for a shot. Olson trying to shove the head down of Olson and trying to go around. There, Olson trying to get on a double leg right there again, and Zutter's trying to get around the outside. Feeding hips, pressuring back into Olson. Olson comes up to his feet. They're both on their feet. Underhooked by Zutter on the left-hand side. Over the head. And off the mat they go. Warning. Yes, stalling on Olson. It is 2-1 now. 2-1 in favor of Zutter. Zutter goes in for a shot again right away. Overhook on the right-hand side. Right towards the edge of the mat again. Hand fighting there in the neutral position. 39 to go here in the first period. 2-1 Zutter. Zutter in on a double leg again. Off the mat they go. Back to the center. 36 seconds to go in the first period. Zutter gets in on a double leg right away. Gets right to the edge of the mat for two. Goes and covers. .20 seconds to go in the first period. 4-1 Zutter off the mat. Zutter looks up at the screen there, looks at the score. 4-1 Zutter. Olson is set. Caution, false start on Zutter. Zutter gets on the right-hand side. Olson comes up to his feet right away, pressuring in on the right side. Short amount of time left here in the first period.
Two near fall.
Zutter picks up two near fall, brings it 6-1 here after the first period in favor of Zutter. Zutter's going to be going down here in the second period. He is set. Zutter's trying to get around the onside. Olson's got a cradle locked up on the near side. Trying to bring Zutter back. Zutter's trying to peel it off, and there's going to be a stalemate. Zutter trots back to the center of the mat. Minute 43 left here in the second period, leading 6-1. Olson gets on the left side, jumps over to the right side right away, pressuring in. Zutter's trying to work into a roll, trying to come in the back door, comes back out. He gets a reversal for two. Zutter now leads 8-1. Minute 25 left here in the second period. Zutter still has a leg hooked on the inside, so he's almost got close to a bulldog, right? He's got the leg is in the inside hook. Not like.
Just got to watch out for a Granby.
Yep.
And the other kid.
Yep.
Olson.
Zutter's kind of looking for a stalemate, trying to stretch out Olson. Olson's trying to buckle up inside and try to get that Granby roll set up. Zutter defends it off. Goes into, he tried to do the spladle, but broke it off. Now he's just going into the regular cradle. Unfortunately, his leg is still on the inside. Can't get it out, and there's the stalemate. Looks like 43 seconds left here in the second period. Zutter from the road crew leads 8-1. He is sitting on top on the right-hand side of Olson. Crash drives him forward, drops into a near side. Does not get it, comes back in, stays in control, jumps over the other side, goes for a cheap tilt. Getting some near fall. Picks up 3 more near fall. 11-1 Zutter. Zutter walks right to the edge of the mat, and they're off. 16 seconds left here in the second period. 11-1 Zutter here at 1:13 in charge. Road crew trailing the United here 6-0. Zutter gets on the left-hand side. 15 to go in the second. Keeps pressure in on the top shoulders of Olson. Another cheap tilt right there by Zutter. He's got that 2-on-1, getting some more near fall. Zutter working in to get that tech fall.
Time was up.
Yep. Zutter picks up 3 more. 14-1 going into the third period. Olson going in on neutral here, going in on another shot. Works into the near side. Trying to get around, has not got his 2 yet. Olson still keeps facing. Zutter pushes him out of bounds. Olson gives up another stalling, so it's now 15-1. Neutral. Minute 35 to go here in the third period. Zutter leads 15-1. There's the tech fall
on a stalling.
Yeah. Olson backs right out of the circle. 16-1 tech fall, like Denny said. Puts road crew on the board there with 5. Now the road crew are going to show probably Easton Miller here at 1:20. As we look up to the scoreboard to see who's wrestling what, but I believe Easton Miller for the road crew.
Sharsher?
Holland Shashart.
Nope. Long.
Tigan Long. Tigan Long before the United. Easton Miller in on a shot right away, throws in the near side cradle. There's a fall. Short amount of time, Easton Miller picks up the fall for the road crew. 26-second fall. Congratulations, Easton. You just had your... They finally introduced him after the fall already, so that was pretty quick for Easton Miller. Again, congratulations to Easton as he picked up that quick fall. Brings it up to 11-6 in favor of the road crew. Now we're moving up to 126 pounds for the road crew. It should be Owen Dable.
And then
Shasher. Shasher for the United. Both these guys kind of hand fighting, just trying to get to the inside position. Dancing around. Shasher goes for a shot. Dable. on a shot. Shocker trying to sprawl out, catch Dable on his back with a chin whip. Dable rolls through, gets back to his belly, gives up 2 near fall. It is 4-0 Shocker. Holland Shocker for the United. Shocker working in again, trying to come over the top side with the Spladle. Dable bellies out and gets back to his belly. Comes back up to his base. Shocker working on the right side. Again, 4-0. 35 seconds left here in the first period in favor of Holland Shocker. Shocker working on the right side again. Dable trying to get back up to his base and work into a granny stand-up, and he's coming up, trying to get out. Mat return by Shocker. Shocker's got that right leg hooked. Dable sit out, back to his base. Shocker keeps an arm bar in on the right-hand side. 10 seconds left here in the first period. Holland throws in a hook, and now he's going to pick up a... No, he does not get any near fall there as the time runs out there on the clock there, like Denny said. 4-0 going into the second period. Shocker defers to Dable. Dable takes a down position going into the second period. Dable trying to clear his hips and the knee slide, trying to get up off his base. Now he goes to a sit out. Turns. Shocker keeping a lot of pressure in on the right-hand side of Dable. Dable's trying to get underneath and work with some hand control. Crossface by Shocker. Dable trying to get back out of his base and just try to stay underneath, control the hands, but Shocker's doing a good job keeping a lot of pressure in on the top side of the hips and the shoulders of Dable. Dable now clears his knee slide, comes up and gets out for one. Got an escape, 4-1. Shocker in the lead here at 126 pounds. Neutral dance around, Shocker goes for his shot. Dable sprawls way back. Shocker tries to control the front head, trying to come around for 2. Dable keeps facing, going in on the single and trying to suck that leg in a Shocker. Shocker just stuffing the head of Dable down and keep coming around the side. 53 seconds left here in the second period. 4-1 Shocker at 126 pounds here over Dable. There is a stalemate. They're going to restart. Back up on their feet. Dable goes in on a shot. Double underhook caught by Shocker. Shocker now putting in head control, working in around the left side of Dable. Trying to set up a shot, drops down to a far side ankle pick. Dable sprawls back, still on his feet. And they keep circling. 20 seconds left here in the second period. 4-1 Shocker over Dable. Dable working on the 2-on-1, controlling the arms, drops down to the far side shot for another single. Shocker drops way back, sprawls back. Feeding the head, putting Dable's head down on the mat. And that'll be it after the second period. Going into the third again, 4-1 still. In favor of Holland Shocker at 126 pounds of the United. Shocker takes a down position. Dable gets on the left-hand side, sit out right away for Shocker. Followed by Dable. Dable working in on the left-hand side, trying to stay behind the arms of Shocker. Working in on the head lever, trying to get the left side control. Now he works in on 2-on-1. Shocker comes back up to feet, tripped by Dable, but he loses control, and Shocker gets out for one. 5-1 here with 1:30 left here in the third period. Shocker in the lead. Both these guys are hand fighting a little bit. Break free. In the neutral position, Shocker goes in on the double leg. caught by Dable. He's got an overhook in. Dable goes for a headlock, trying to drive in. Shocker's got the far leg posted, unable to get him down is Dable. Dable now rough wrestling in, getting in hard, muscling him over. He's got a minute to get her done. Shocker's fighting it off the best he can. Now he pops his head and comes out for 2 behind Dable. 7-1. 7-1 Shocker over Dable. Now he throws in a hook on the right-hand side, coming over the top, throws in a crossface. Now he's trying to go a hip across. Dable getting warned for stalling on the bottom. Shocker jumping into a cradle on Dable. He's got it locked up on the near side with 23 seconds to go here in the third period. Dable's trying to keep hand control and working in, trying to peel it off. Shocker's got it hooked up, but he's coming over the top side with that cradle. Dable broke it for sure and belly back out and get back up to his base. Short amount of time left here in the third period. Dable trying to clear his hips and come out for 1. That is it. 7-1 final in favor of Holland Shocker.
Save that team point.
Like Denny said, he saved that major, so it is just a decision. So it brings it 11-9 in favor of the road crew, moving into the 132-pound class. At 132, we should be seeing Sean Kilpatrick for the road crew, or Caleb Swenson.
Kilpatrick.
And they get going in right away. Kilpatrick going in on a shot. Front 3/4 by Gunlickson. Daniel Gunlickson for the United. Still 0-0, minute 27 to go here in the first period. Gunlickson goes in for a throw, but comes around behind to Kilpatrick for 2. Gunlickson throws in a hook on the right-hand side, working on a 2-on-1 on the other side of Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick flattened out. Huge crossface by Gunlickson. Kilpatrick trying to do a knee slide, clears his hips, gets back, flattened out on his belly. Minute to go here in the first period. 2-0, Daniel Gunlickson over Sean Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick back up to his base. Gunlickson riding on the right-hand side, keeping pressure in, flattens out Gunlickson, trying to roll wrists on the right-hand side, trying to get that pressure in on Kilpatrick's shoulder. Trying to set up, looks like he's going to try to do a 2-on-1 roll. Kilpatrick fights it off, gets hand control, gets his hands free, gets back out in front of him. Gunlickson goes back to the right arm, throws in another crossface on the right-hand side. 19 to go here in the first period. Gunlickson trying to go in for a cradle. He's got a short amount of time left here in the first. Patrick doing a good job straightening it out and coming back up. After the first period is over, now at 132 pounds, Daniel Gunlickson leads 2-0 over Sean Kilpatrick. Gunlickson's choice, and he's going to take the down position going into the second period. Gunlickson comes around with a switch right away. Kilpatrick backs out and lets him out for 1. 3-0. Gunlickson back in neutral. 2-on-1 shot by Kilpatrick. Front headlock by Gunlickson. Drops and spins around for 2. 5-0 Gunlickson. Kilpatrick now trying to get hand control, staying underneath. Ball and chain by Gunlickson. Kilpatrick flattens out. Bar tilt by Gunlickson, trying to set up the right side, keeping pressure in on Kilpatrick. There is a stalling warning on Gunlickson. Sat too long on the one side with the 2-on-1 and did not progress, so he's going to get warned for stalling. Minute 5 left here in the second period. 5-0. 5-0, Gunlickson over Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick gets set. Gunlickson on the right-hand side. Gets flattened out right away. Gunlickson working on a 2-on-1 on the right-hand side again. Throws in another crossface. 45 to go, 5-0 Gunlickson. Kilpatrick in the down position, trying to clear his hips. Gunlickson running on one side, then the other. Now running into a ball and chain tilt. Kilpatrick fights it off. Gunlickson's a 32-4 junior wrestling. And Kilpatrick's also a junior with a 25-15 record. Gunlickson working hard on the right side. He's got a leg hook on Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's trying to come out and clear his hips. And that'll be it. After the second period, it is still 5-0. 5-0 in favor of Daniel Gunlickson going into the third period. Looks like they're going to do a little bit of blunt time for Gunlickson. Team score right now is 11-9 in favor of the Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus Road Crew. Again, thanks to all those great sponsors there on your screen there on yourliveevent.com. The Turner Towing scoreboard again shows Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus received number 5 going into this tournament here. They are wrestling right now. Dawson Boyd, Lac La Perle, Montevideo, the United. Again, the road crew leading, beating them right now 11-9. We are at the 132-pound match, sitting in some blood time here for Gunlickson. Again, it is 5-0 in favor of Daniel Gunlickson over Sean Kilpatrick. Gunlickson's going to take the down position in the third period here. Kilpatrick gets on the right-hand side. Gunlickson comes up to his feet right away, looking for a sit-out, trying to clear his hips. Mat return by Kilpatrick. Gunlickson back up to his feet. Granny stand-up, trying to clear his hips. Kilpatrick gets heavy on that left leg and brings it back down. Gunlickson sit-out, hip heist out for 1. Kilpatrick went for that headlock and missed it, gave up another 2. It is 8-0 right now at 132 pounds. Gunlickson leading Kilpatrick. Gunlickson throws in a cradle. Kilpatrick's trying to do some hand control, fight it off, trying to keep it broken free. Gunlickson almost has it locked up. Kilpatrick still trying to block the hands of him. Got a minute left here in the third period. Gunlickson trying to get that cradle locked up. Kilpatrick does a good job, breaks it off, flattens back out on his belly. Less than a minute to go here in the third period. 8-0 in favor of Daniel Gunlickson of the United. Now Daniel throws in another cradle on Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's blocking the hands again from underneath. And there's a second stalling on
Kilpatrick.
Yeah, it should be on Kilpatrick.
Kilpatrick, yep.
Yep. Gunlickson now leads 9-0 after picking up that other stalling point. Kilpatrick's going to have to get reset in the center of the mat. 21 seconds to go here in the third period. He is set. Gunlickson gets on the right-hand side. Chop and drive. Kilpatrick goes back to his belly. He's going to defend the hands of Gunglickson. Gunglickson trying to get a bar in on the right-hand side now. 10 to go here in the third. So Patrick posts his left leg out, trying to fight off that bar and stay on his belly. So Patrick does his job, but ends up giving up a major decision to Gunglickson. 9-0. Team score now, the United has 13, your road crew have 11. Moving into the 138-pound match. Over on mat 7 here at the XL Center. Looks like it's going to be Grant Thompson for the road crew. Both these guys kind of dancing around, trying to get inside position, working on their heads. Crashing.
Sather.
It's facing Cameron Sather of the United. Both these guys still ear to ear with a minute 20 left here in the first period, no score. Both circling, trying to get inside bind, working on some crashing. A little bit of snapping going on. These two pretty evenly matched here. Thompson, a senior, comes in with a record of actually 9-12. And Sather, a freshman, with a 32-7 record. Sather drops down, goes on the outside single. Thompson feeding the legs in, trying to keep the balance in, throws in a whizzer. Sather ends up getting the 2. Thompson working on hand control from the other side. 30 seconds left here in the first period. It is 2-0 Sather over Thompson here at 138 pounds. Thompson just working back up to his base, trying to get up to his legs, and he does. Up to his feet, mat return by Sather, but Thompson works on that, trying to get into an inside roll. Sather gets back into the backside at the end of the first period. 2-0 in favor of Cameron Sather from the United. Sather's choice, he defers to Thompson.
Blood time.
And it is blood time. Talking to Denny here earlier, my lips are blue here in the XL Center. It is probably warmer outside than it is inside. Fingers are turning blue, purple. A little bit chilly here.
Yeah. A lot of hoodies and stocking hats.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought I was going to see some Scorpion snowsuits and stuff walking in here into the XL Center. But Thompson gets set. Sather gets on the right-hand side. Thompson comes up to his feet. Mat return.
Got a Granby. Tributary counting.
Looks like they end up being more of a cheap tilt there, but
yeah.
They're going to give 2 near fall to Sather. Now he's going back into a spladle. But Thompson did get that Granby and rolled around the backside.
Still no points, though.
No. Sather follows back through. Scrambling here. Thompson doing whatever he can to try to get some motion going. Sather, able to follow through, is still staying in control. No points awarded to Thompson. Thompson's down underneath. Still 4-0 at 138 pounds here in favor of Sather over Thompson. Thompson faces, bringing in a single leg. Chin whip by Sather takes Thompson down to his back. Thompson rolls back around, fully farmer now by Sather. Comes over the top. Thompson bellied back out. 6-0 now, 6-0 in favor of Sather. Thompson comes back up to his base. Chop and drive again by Sather. Blocks the hips of Thompson. And they're off the mat. 17 seconds left to go here in the second period. 6-0. Cameron Sather over Grant Thompson here at 138 pounds. On your Turner Towing scoreboard, it is Dawson, Boyd, Lac-La-Prairie, and Montevideo leading the Pequot Lakes Pine River Backus Road Crew 13-11. This is the Consolation Finals here, everybody. Your road crew went 1-1 so far today, and they made it into the Consolation Finals here again. They are facing Dawson, Boyd, Lac-La-Prairie, Montevideo, the United. 16 seconds again left here in the second period at 138 pounds. Grant Thompson in the down position, getting ready to restart here. Cameron Sather rides on the left-hand side. Chopped and drive right away, deep waist in now. Thompson comes up to his feet on the inside, trying to go out the back door. Body lock mat return by Sather. Thompson trying to stay on his base, get moving. And that's it. After the second period is over now, it is still 6-0. 6-0, Cameron Sather. Sather takes a down position going into the third. Comes up to his feet right away. Thompson drops down to a single, elevates the leg. Keeping his head in the side of Sather. Sather drops down and goes out for one. 7-0. And they face minute 30 left here in third period. Cameron Sather leads 7-0. Sather working on the inside by Thompson, snaps and breaks free. Comes back in, tying up, working on the inside. Sather drops down to a shot for a double. Sather snaps, trying to go behind for two, and he gets his two. Thompson going for a Granby roll and trying to come over the top side. Not going to happen. Sather's going to catch him. And there's going to be some more blood. It is 9-0 here at 138 pounds in favor of Cameron Sather over Grant Thompson. 55 seconds left here in the third period. Championship matches for the finals will be at 7 o'clock tonight for AA and AAA. Right now, wrestling here at the XL Center are all the third and fifth place matches here, the consolation matches, which your road crew are in right now with the United. A little bit more blood time over there on mat 7. Sather still leads Grant Thompson 9-0. Thompson gets set back in the center of the mat. Sather gets on the left-hand side. Thompson blocks that shoulder, comes back, followed by Sather. Sather comes over, crossface. 25 seconds left here in the third period. Sather working on a 2-on-1. Thompson doing a good job trying to keep hand control, trying to peel that off, that 2-on-1. He's trying to clear his hips, comes up to his feet, stepping in the backside, goes back to his back. Thompson fighting off. Sather throws in that half. Thompson trying to keep it off, stay off his back. 7 seconds left here in the third period. Thompson back to his belly. And that is the match. No near fall awarded, so the final will be 9-0. Sather on that match. With that major decision, gets to be 17-11 there on mat 7. Moving up to 145 pounds, I believe this will be Brady Rule hitting the mat there.
Probably Clausen.
And it is Xander Clausen for the United. Mat check by Rule, snap down by Clausen. Rule working in on a Kelly on the right hand side, tried to set up a fireman faced by Clausen. And they go off the mat, no score. Minute 29 to go in the first period. Restart neutral. Mat check by Rule. Rule still dancing around a little bit, tied up ear to ear now. They break free. Rule at 27-13 junior. Clausen a 34-5 senior. Rule coming in, getting heavy on the head again. Mat check, trying to get the inside. Tied up ear to ear, less than a minute to go here in the first period. Both these guys snap down, go to one knee. And they break free. 35 to go here in the first period, still no score, crashing on each other. Shot attempt by Clausen. Headlock attempt by Rule. Clausen ducks under, goes behind for 2 for the takedown. Clausen now riding over on the left-hand side. Short amount of time left here in the first period. And they're off the mat with a second left to go. Rule gets set. And that's the end of the first period. 2-0, Xander Clausen over Brady Rule. Clausen's going to take the down position. Rule gets on the left-hand side. Clausen comes up to his feet right away, faces. Rule drops down to a single leg. Right at the edge of the mat. Rule tries to trip. Comes back cover, but they're off the mat. Clausen still in the down position here in the second period. He gets reset, minute 48 to go. Rule got away with a clasp. Clausen came up and out for a stand-up. Got out for 1. 3-0. Clausen. Rule tied up ear to ear here. Minute 20 left. Dancing around here, circling. Rule goes in on the Kelly, working into fireman's. Clausen sprawls back. Minute to go in the second. 3-0 Clausen. Rule keeping that left arm tight. And they're going to call a stalemate. 52 seconds to go here in the second period. 3-0 Clausen over Rule. 145 pounds. Tie up ear to ear again. And they break free. 27 to go here in the second period. 3-0. Clausen over Rule. Still tied up ear to ear. Clausen goes in on a double leg, sprawled back by Rule. That's it. After the second period now is still 3-0.
Rule trees both up.
Like Denny said, Rule goes neutral. Rule goes in for a shot. Clausen sprawls back out, spins around, gets out, back to their feet. Both these guys going in, just clamming on the head, crashing, checking. Tied up ear to ear again. Minute 20 to go here in the match. Still 3-0 Clausen. Rule comes in, crashing on the head. Trying to get inside position and head position. Clausen goes for a snap. Another snap on Rule. Rule fights it off. Comes back and faces. Clausen changes levels, drop down to a double. Changes to a single. Rule. Twist, something happened. Yeah, something happened to a
Knee,
knee of Rule. They're going to take an injury timeout here on mat 7 here with a minute 3 to go. I don't know if he twisted his ankle or his knee. Trying to get back in there.
Looking at the knee, I believe.
Again, Clausen comes into this match 34-5 as a senior. Rule, a junior of 27-13. Team score: Dawson, Boyd, Lac La Prairie, Montevideo 17, Pequot Lakes, Piney River Bacchus, the road crew 11. On your Turner Towing scoreboard there. Rule is going to walk it off. And they're going to cut the injury time. Looks like it is a minute 2 left here in the third period. They restart neutral. Rule trying to stay low, checking, mat checking. Trying to get heavy on the head of Clausen. Trying to set up a shot. Clausen breaks free. Come back in, tying up ear to ear. Snap a little bit. 30 seconds to go here in the third period. Off the mat they go. And they restart with 25 to go. Rule ties up ear to ear again. Clausen drops down to his knees. Now Rule's on his knees. 15. Clausen circles, trying to change positions, trying to fake shot. Clausen's going to go ahead and pick up the victory here at 145 pounds, a 3-0 decision. Moving up to 152 pounds. Team score now is 20-11 in favor of the United. Looking over there, Coach Travis. Not sure who's going to come out here. For 152, I believe that's Chance Abraham.
More of that.
And it is for the road crew with Chance Abraham, and he is facing, like Denny said, Ethan Moravitz. Abraham gets a takedown right away. Score is 2-0. Morvat's back up to his base, broken back down by Abraham. Chance is a senior, 31-7 into this match here. Abraham. Or Chance Abraham, a 34-2 junior. They changed the names there. And Moravitz, a senior, at 31-7.
That's where we had to come back earlier.
Yep, for sure. This is where Road Crew really gets strong. Abraham working on the 2-on-1, flattens out Moravitz right in the center of the mat. Minute left to go now. Abraham leads 2-0. Cradle. Abraham's got Moravitz on his back right in the center of the mat, working into that near side. There's a fall for Abraham. That would be a minute, 10-second fall for Chance Abraham. Brings the Road Crew up to 17. (17-20) favor the United, moving up to 160 pounds. It's either going to be James Cummings or Stockman. And it is Earl Stockman for the Road Crew.
Meyer for United.
Yep. Noah Meyer, like Denny said. Stockman gets a takedown right away. Now he's working into that cradle, throws in that crossface. Meyer fights it off, comes back up to his base. Stockman flattens him out, throws the bar in on the right-hand side, has the wrist on the other. Now he's walking it over, walking Meyer over. Losing the bar on the left-hand side a little bit. Now he settles back. Got a minute 15 to go here in the first period. Stockman still has it locked up. Meyer, now he gets Stockman's leg locked on the backside. Stockman trying to kick it free with that bar. He's going to power the bar over, loses it. Meyer comes back up to his base. 2-on-1 again by Stockman, working on the left-hand side, keeping pressure in. 52 seconds left here in the first period. Stockman plants his right hand, tries to go for another cradle. Meyer comes back up to his base, right at the edge of the mat, and they're off. Meyer gets set in the down position. Stockman gets on the left-hand side. 42 seconds to go here in the first period. Flattens out Meyer. Stockman throws in a crossface. Now he's going to roll some wrists. Keeping pressure in on Meyer. Meyer gets warned for stalling. Stockman keeping pressure in on Meyer. Meyer comes back up to his base. Stockman locks that leg in on the right-hand side. He has it hooked. Meyer clears his hips and starts circling. And that will be the end of the first period, going into the second now. Meyer chooses neutral. Stockman gets a 2 takedown right away. He's going to let Meyer up for 1, 4-1. Stockman goes back in for a shot again. Back up to his feet. Stockman drops down, tried to go for a duck under. Faced by Meyer. Snap down by Stockman. Stockman's trying to get around for a go behind. flattens out Meyer on the belly, gets his 2. 6-1 with 1:20 to go here in the second period. Deep waist by Stockman. Stockman trying to work in on a bar on the left-hand side again. He's got the wrist in. Loses the bar, throws a crossface in. Meyer comes back up to his base. Stockman keeps that leg hooked on the backside. Flattens out Meyer. Less than a minute to go here in the second period. The score is 6-1 in favor of Earl Stockman. Sit-out attempt by Meyer, followed by Stockman.
Volley, 1 point.
Meyer gives up a stalling point to Stockman. 7-1. $15 to go here in the second period. 7-1 Stockman. Stockman throws in on the bar on the left-hand side, trying to spin around. Meyer stays on his base. Meyer gets flattened out. Stockman now got a bar in on the left-hand side, trying to walk around the head at the end of the second period. Not going to get any near fall. It is Stockman's choice. Stockman's going to go neutral, leading 7-1 here at 160. And they start again, tie up ear to ear right away, break free. Stockman goes for a snap. Meyer doing a good job controlling hands again. Stockman gets heavy on the head, goes in for a snap, go behind for 2. 9-1. Stockman's got a major. Meyer goes for a sit-out, followed by Stockman. 1:15 left in the third. Stockman gets Meyer flattened out on his belly, gets that bar in on the left-hand side, wrist and bar right at the edge of the mat. Stockman tries to drag him around, and he's going to walk around the head of Meyer. Meyer's fighting it off the best he can with 1 minute left here in the third period. Stockman's pressuring in on that bar on the left-hand side. Not breaking 90 yet. Now he's going to lose it, and he breaks the 90. He's picking up some near fall. Now he's going to go to a reverse half. Catches it, elevates the head of Meyer, squeezing with 45 to go here in the third period. Meyer scrambling off his back. Stockman's just squeezing tighter and tighter right at the edge of the mat, trying to settle him back. 35 to go here in the third. Stockman's trying to lift the head of Meyer. Meyer's bridging. There's the fall. Earl Stockman picks up a fall in 5 minutes, 34 seconds. Road Crew is going to go ahead and take the lead here, 23-20. Like I said, Road Crew now leads the United 23-20 on your Turner Towing scoreboard here at yourliveevent.com. And now wrestling on to mat 7. It's going to be Trey Tutenhagen for the Road Crew. He is facing Mason Peterson of the United. Peterson goes in on a shot. Tutenhagen's going to take him right to his back. Saturday night special. Tutenhagen squeezing, trying to keep them shoulders down. Peterson gets back to his belly, trying to clear his hips and come out to one side. Tutenhagen trying to control the arm and the head. And he's going to flatten him out and back to his belly. Tutenhagen throws in a crossface, leading 5-0. Actually 8-0. It is 8-0 with a minute 15 to go here in the first period. Tutenhagen gets him on his back again. Gets a 2 count.
2.
So it is. Now they fix the score. I was right. It was 5-0. Now it is 7-0 with them 2 near fall. 7-0.
Blood for Pedersen.
Peterson's going to be in the down position as they restart here. Trey Tutenhagen gets on the left-hand side. A minute 5 to go here in the first period, leading 7-0. Works on a 2-on-1, trying to roll some wrists on the front side, keeping pressure in, getting the bar in, going on the left-hand side. Now he's reaching for the far wrist, trying to suck it up. Peterson keeps his right arm out posted. Peterson trying to walk around the left side, and he's got the left bar in, trying to cap the wrist on the right-hand side, walks around the head of Peterson. Peterson's trying to hook the legs of Trey. Shoulders are not exposed yet. Peterson trying to fight it off. 20 seconds to go here in the first period. And he gets him turned. Now he's counting. Ref's got to jump over the other side. Short amount of time left here in the first. Peterson keeps bridged up. Should be 3 near fall. It will be 10-0 going into the second period in favor of Trey Tutenhagen of the road crew. Trey's going to take the neutral position, both up in the second here. Comes back in, getting heavy on the head right away. Drops down to a headlock. He's got it locked. Peterson's facing. Trey loses it. Now Peterson drops into a single. Trey's feeding the hips and trying to go around behind for 2. He's going to lock up a cradle. He gets his 2. It is 12-0. With 26 seconds to go. And they break with blood time. Coming back here. Peterson in the down position. Working in on the right-hand side there. Now he jumps over to the left side, working into a cradle. Peterson warned for stalling. Tutenhagen still in control here with 12-0. Minute left here in the second period. Now he's got Peterson on his back, getting some more near fall. This should be the tech fall. That'll be it. 15-0 here. Tech fall in 3 minutes 35 seconds, or 3 minutes 25 seconds. Gives 5 more to the road crew, brings it up to 28-20. And now moving back into, or moving up to 182 pounds for the road crew. Should be Corbin Knapp out there. Nope. It is not. It is actually Paxton Goddard for the road crew. Holt Larson gets a quick takedown.
Oh,
Holt Larson picks a fall over Patterson. Over Goddard. Did he say it was 9 seconds or 10 seconds? 10 seconds.
Not 10.
10-second fall for Holt Larson for the United. Now we're moving up 195 pounds. Now for the road crew, it is Corvin Knapp, and he is facing Parker Boham. Botham. Still in neutral. They restart as they go off the mat. Knapp in on a single leg, elevating the leg of Botham. Drops down to a double, comes and gets his two. Knapp works over on the right-hand side. Keeping pressure in. Botham trying to clear his hips out, trying to go out the backside. Turning around, Knapp keeping everything tight. 45 seconds left here in the first period. Knapp leads 2-0. With that fall, that 10-second fall, it brings it score now, team score 28-26 in favor of the road crew. Botham's going to still be in the down position as they went off the mat. They're going to restart. 35 seconds left here in the first period. Knapp gets on the right-hand side. There's a caution false start on Botham. Knapp gets on the right-hand side. Botham tries to get up again. Crash and drive for Knapp. Knapp working in on the crossface. Trying to roll wrists. Botham not been able to do much on the bottom side. Knapp just kind of working left side to right side, rolling wrists here. A short amount of time left here in the first. And that's it. After the first period, Knapp leads 2-0. Botham's choice, he defers to Knapp. Knapp takes neutral. Back to the center of the mat. Shake and start here going into the second period. Tie up ear to ear. Botham gets underneath the right side of Knapp. Knapp fights it back off. Botham goes into her single. Knapp's going to feed his hips. Cross face and go behind for two. 4-0 in Knapp. Knapp working in on a trying to work in an armbar, but they're right at the edge of the mat and off they go. Minute 30 left here in the second period. Knapp leads 4-0 here at 195. And they reset. Knapp's on the right-hand side. Crash and drive. Knapp trying to throw in a bar on the right-hand side. Botham fights it off. Minute left here in the second period. Botham gets warned for stalling on the bottom side. Botham comes back up to his base. Knapp's going to hook that right bar. Now he's going to try to walk the head. And he's walking the head of Botham. Botham's trying to fight it off. Knapp keeps walking that bar. 35 to go, and he gets him turned. Now he's got Botham on his back. Knapp's trying to keep it tight. Botham fights it off. Comes back to his belly. Knapp picks up 3 for the near fall. It is 7-0. 20 to go here in the second period. Botham comes back up to his base. Knapp throws in a crossface. Short amount of time left here in the second. Right towards the edge of the mat. That's it. Second period's over. Knapp leads 7-0. Going into the third, Botham's choice. He goes neutral. Takedown right away by Knapp. 9-0. Knapp going underneath, working for that far wrist. Trying to pull it in for a 2-on-1. Botham warned again for stalling. That's a point for Knapp. 10-0. 10-0 major right now for Knapp. Knapp's covering right into the right side, keeping that leg hooked, keeping everything tight. Now Botham comes out for 1. Quick stand up. 10-1. Minute 15 left here in the third period. Knapp leads, drops down to a single. Changes to a double. Trying to drop and drive. Botham's trying to get up over the top, trying to hold on to the ankles of Knapp. Knapp just trying to work his way up for his double. Trying to get his takedown. 50 seconds to go here, and he gets his 2. It is 12-1 Knapp. Knapp now working on the right-hand side again. 45 seconds left here in the match. Leading 12-1 is Knapp. Botham not doing much on the bottom. Knapp just working in on the right-hand side. Keeping a lot of pressure in. Ten seconds left here in the match. 12-1 Knapp. And he gets a major decision here at the end of the third period here at 195. Corbin Knapp picks up another 4 for the road crew. Road crew now leads 32-26. Back and forth here on these upper weights between the road crew and the United here for the 5th place Consolation Championship. Now we're moving up to 220 pounds here on mat 7. They tie up ear to ear. I believe this is Peyton Scott for the road crew. He is facing Zach DeBeer of the United. DeBeer gets Peyton Scott down in the headlock. Scott trying to fight and follow, trying to keep that left shoulder up off the mat. DeBeer squeezing on the head of Scott. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. Peyton Scott trying to chase his hips, trying to keep that shoulder up, but there's the fall for DeBeer. Zach DeBeer picks up a fall over Peyton Scott. 45-second fall.
Tied up.
Once again, back down to the heavyweight match. Leaves it up to Riley Peterson for the road crew to finish it off for his team. Riley Peters. And he shakes hands. Get after Riley Peters, gets in on an inside bind right away, working in on the head. Not posted yet who he's wrestling yet.
Brady Rohde.
It is Brady Rohde.
Both state entrants.
.30 seconds in here to the heavyweight match. Winner takes all. Ties it up. It is 32-32. Here on your Turner Towing scoreboard. Heavyweight match here. Riley Peters got the road crew here for the Consolation Finals last match. Now he's working into the inside of Rohde again, trying to get that inside bind, trying to pressure in and get around the circles. Minute into the match here, still no score here at heavyweight. Both these guys are tied up, doing a hand fighting on the left-hand side. Rohde gets a hold of Peters. Peters fights it off. And they break free. And they go back and restart here. 35 seconds left here in the first period. Still no score. Both these guys working into heavy on the head, working on the hand control. Mat check by Peters. Pressuring in is Peters. As they're circling, short amount of time, 15 to go here in the first period. Still no score. Peters underhook on the right-hand side, trying to feed that hand in. Now he's got the double underhook in, trying to jack up Rohde. Couple seconds left here in the first. Rohde, a double overhook, and that is it. No score here going into the second period here at heavyweight. Rohde's choice, he takes a down position. He gets set. Peters on the left-hand side. Spiral ride, flattens out Rohde, flat on the mat. Peters got the wrist hooked on the right-hand side. Rohde comes back up, working up to his base. Peters trying to keep a lot of two-on-one hand control. Heavy on the shoulders of Rohde. Rohde trying to get up to a stand-up. Peters trying to roll him back down. Crowd on the other side is chanting Rohde. And the road crew fans are chanting Peters. Peters riding. Minute 12 to go here in the second period here. Peters got a leg hooked on the left-hand side. Rohde's coming up to his legs. Granny stand up. Peters drops down to a single. Rohde's trying to feed his hips out, and he's out for one. Peters drops into a double. Rohde goes behind for two. Now leads 3-0 over Riley Peters. 45 seconds left here in the second period. Rohde throws in a half on the right-hand side. Peters fights it off. Peters trying to get back up to his base. Rohde's got Peters in a cradle. Now he fights it off. Peters back up to his base. 15 to go here in the second period. 3-0 Rohde over Peters right now in the heavyweight match. Tied up 32 all. Peters gets flattened back out. Now he gets warned for stalling. And that's it after the second period now comes to an end. It is 3-0 in favor of Brady Rohde over Riley Peters. Peters' choice, he's going to take the top position. Rohde's going to get set. Spiral ride. Gets him flattened out. Peters throws in a crossface. Trying to roll wrist, getting heavy on the shoulders of Rohde. Rohde's just flattened out there in the center of the mat. Now Rohde is warned for stalling. Not much happening. Peters trying to roll a wrist and try to get a half in on the one side, but Rohde fights it off. Now he comes back up to his base. Peters trying to stay on the left-hand side, trying to throw a crossface in, trying to get into the near side. Rohde's coming up to his feet. Peters lets him out for one. 4-0 with a minute left here in the third period. Peters coming in, crashing in, trying to get to the inside. They break free. 45 left here in the match. 4-0. Peters trying to get into a body lock, double underhook. Rohde's backing off the mat. There goes a throw attempt. Peters, they're not going to give him the two off the mat. 4-0. 34 seconds left here in the third period. Brady Rohde leading Riley Peters here 4-0. They're going to change headgear here for Peters. 4-0 Rohde over Peters. 34 seconds left here in the Consolation Finals, 32-32. This is one of those matches that's been pretty awesome. It's good to come right down to the heavyweight, and it is. 34 seconds left here in the match. Will it be Peters or Rohde?
Needs a takedown with a throw.
Short amount of time to do it. Peters comes back in, getting into the underhook, trying to get into the inside of Rohde. Rohde's backing up. 20 seconds. Peters trying to get underneath the arms of Rohde, tries to go for a headlock throw, and he misses it.
No point.
But no points. They were off the mat. So it's still 4-0. Brody goes in for a shot on Peters. He goes around behind for two. 4-2, 10 seconds left here. Peters lets him up. 4-2 final. Brady Rohde beats Riley Peters 4-2 decision. Brings a final. United beat the Road Crew here in the Consolation Finals 35-32. Very close duel.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Road Crew to make it to the Consolation Finals here from Section 8AA. Great representatives for Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus. But they fall 35-32 here to favor of Dawson Boyd, Lac La Prairie, Montevideo. They will be the Consolation champions here. The Road Crew go 1-2 here on the day here at the XL Center. Again, congratulations to all of them for making it down here. go ahead and just say thanks to all of those wrestlers here again for the road crew. Starting off at 106 pounds, we will say congratulations to Trevor Holmberg and Bryce Mick. And at 113, Parker Zutter. 120, both Easton Miller and Dennis Ram. 126, Owen DeBill. At 132 was Sean Kilpatrick and Caleb Swenson. At 138 was Sean Reyes and Grant Thompson. At 145 was Brady Rule. At 152 was Chance Abraham and James Cummings. At 160 it was Earl Stockman and Andrew Volk. At 170 it was Paxton Goddard and Trey Tutenhagen. At 182 it was Cameron Hulk. At 195 was Corbin Knapp. And at 220 was Peyton Scott. And at heavyweight was Riley Peters. Again, congratulations to the road crew for making it down here. Quick overview of the day. The road crew lost their first match to Becker, 24-42. They beat Totino Grace, the Eagles, 38-31 to get into the Consolation finals here. And then they end up falling here after the heavyweight here, 35-32. A great duel here to Dawson Boyd, Lac La Prairie, Montevideo. Again, you've been listening to YourLiveEvent.com, powered by RJBroadcasting.com, your leader for homegrown local radio. Again, thanks to Denny Haskamp. I am Lance Bauman here. We are checking out here. But again, congratulations to the road crew as they made it down here for the second time in a row. Make sure you tune in to YourLiveEvent.com tomorrow as we will be bringing you individuals for the state wrestling tournament down here. We will be following Zach Reamer of Mille Lacs, Donovan Schmidt of Mille Lacs, John Paul Fitzpatrick of Crosby Ironton, Hudson Mann of Mille Lacs, Parker Zutter of your road crew, Easton Miller also, Kenny Erickson of Aiken, Trey Tutenhagen of your road crew here, along with Jacob Williams, Corbin Knapp, and Riley Peters. And AA. In AAA, we will be following Kate Ostrowski, Easton Dirks, Isaiah Germain, Isaiah Gilson, Shane Carlson, and Eli Wisco. And for the girls on Saturday, make sure you tune in. They will be wrestling also. That will be Madeline Strohmeyer of Aiken. She is ranked second in the guillotine, and Ashley Strang of Mille Lacs is ranked third. Again, tune back in sometime tomorrow there. You can look right back up to YourLiveEvent.com. Look at the schedule there. We will be bringing you individual state championship wrestling here from the XL Center. Lance Bauman, Denny Haskamp, wishing you all a great evening here tonight. And congratulations to the road crew as they made it down here to the state tournament. And hats off to the United as they beat the road crew here 35-32. Everybody have a great night. Happy Thursday.